Good morning, good morning. God is good, and all of the time, God is good. Today is a very special day. Today, number one, is the Lord's Day, the day that we come and worship a good and gracious God. And so every Sunday is a special day that God has blessed us to be able to come together and worship Him corporately. But then today is also special. Why? Because today is the day that we set aside to celebrate our mothers. And so what I want to do today is I want to do something a little special today. I want to step outside the box today. I believe it's going to be a blessing to you and your whole house. And so I want to start this by a scriptural reference, Proverbs chapter 31. And we'll commence reading at verse number 26. The Bible says this: she opened her mouth in skillful and godly wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue, giving counsel and instruction. She looks well to how things go on in her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, happy, prosperous, to be admired. Her husband also, as he praises her, saying, many daughters have done nobly and well, with the strength of character that is steadfast in goodness. But you excel them all. Charm and grace are deceptive, and superficial beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord, reverently worshiping, obeying, serving, and trusting Him with all filial respect, shall be praised. Give her of the product of her hand, and let her own work praise her in the gates of the city. That is from the Amplified version of the Bible. And so what we want to do right now, we want to step outside the box, and we want to give you the message. What is a mother? What is a mother? I believe it's going to bless you. What is your definition of a mother?
I think the definition of a mother changes throughout, from childhood to where my daughter is now. So what I would say is, in her life now, I'm her coach. So I stand on the sidelines and I guide her through life, rather than when you first have your child. You know, it changes through every age. I always say it's redefined. So when a child is first born, you're having to be the nurturer. Of course, that goes throughout the entire time, but it changes as they go through life. So to speak on it from the standpoint of where I am with her now, being a graduate of nursing school tomorrow, and yes, I am happy.
Oh, that's great.
I want to say that as she goes through now, I kind of sit back, and when she needs me to come into the game of life, I do. But throughout the time, I've always made sure that she had a foundation that was reared in the Lord. So when she did have issues or she needed me, I was there. But now I'm her coach. So that's kind of how I define it, is that it kind of, it mutates, it changes throughout life. And from when she was a child, a little baby, then of course she needed me in a different dynamic. So you have to define yourself as to what your child needs by age. And, I can remember, getting pregnant at 19 and, there was a spirit of humiliation there because, I wasn't married. So I had to get through all of that. And one of the main things I wanted to do was to ensure that I was what Lyric needed to be. And then in that, I had to work parallel with what I was going through in life. So I had to become sacrificial in that, okay, I'm 19 and maybe there's some things that I haven't done, but now I'm responsible for her.
Yes.
And so when you think about changing and mutating and becoming what she needs me to be, I had to be led by the Holy Spirit. And I think a lot of parenting is done on your knees. And of course, yes, we know the fundamentals. And of course, Lyric knows this. I love to read, and I would read books. But the reality was the Spirit led me. So when there were times when, I was young and I had to figure that out. And then as she began to grow, I wanted to be to her every parent is not perfect. So the imperfections of maybe what I saw coming up as a child, I wanted to say, okay, well, these are some things. Let me see how I can critique myself and give her better.
Yes.
And even in that, my imperfections are there. By no means say I mastered the sacrifice in it. I think motherhood puts us in a position of how God said, for God so loved the world that I gave my only son. So there was a sacrifice in all of that, and I think that it runs parallel with being a mother, because there's so many times when, say there's something that she needed at the time or whatever, and maybe I had a little thought, something that I was going to do, and having to do that, of course, not in the aspect of, oh my God, I had to do that for her, but just the sacrifice in it. And but I think it makes you a better person if you handle it accordingly. Is when I see God answering the prayers that my children don't know I'm praying for, actually come to fruition. And it happens at the most ironic times. Just to get like a recent thing for me was, since this pandemic, I was in my room and my son comes in. He's like, really, in a situation, because he's been trying to deal with it or whatever. And he said, Mama, I said, what's wrong? And he said, I'm just concerned that if I die, will I go to heaven? And he wanted to, and we went through the whole, talking about salvation and everything at that particular moment. But in my mind, I was thinking, how many times have I prayed for both of them that they have a relationship with God? Because I feel like if your relationship with God, if you got that, then everything else going to tie into life. You don't have to worry about it financially, spiritually, physically, mentally. God's going to take care of you. So I would say just seeing the fruits of my labor on my knees.
What does a mother mean to me? To me, a mother means a best friend. And I know a lot of people don't like to use best friend as a mother because there should be boundaries, but I feel like it's important to have a mother who is a best friend, someone that you can talk to, someone that you can ask for advice, someone who can basically pave you into, the woman that you've been created to be with God, of course. So to me, motherhood is friendship, discipleship. When I say discipleship, having a mother who is there when you ask them questions, not just to tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, because that's the only way that you can grow. Because I know it's several times where I come to my mom and I'm like, I'm crazy, I don't know what's going on, I'm emotional, and she's like, it's life, and I'm like, thank you, that helps a lot. But once I get to asking her questions and actually telling her how I feel, she tells me what I need to hear, and that's where I feel like I grow most. Not by saying, well, it's fine to be emotional, which it is, but also hearing what she has to say to help me grow and be a better person. Yeah. I admire how strong she is. Just seeing her go through different things, and even at night hearing her pray, even if she's just in the shower or she's in a car or even walking on the treadmill. I'm like, okay, come on. Like, she's so loud, I'm like, what, it's fine, because it's a good example to me, whenever I go through something in life or whenever I have a family, I can remember times like that where, mama was praying when she was walking through the neighborhood, or she was praying when she was in the back room walking on the treadmill, Yeah. So that's one thing that I haven't, or I probably said before, but I don't say all the time, just her strong ability to just lean on God through everything. Yes. I like the way that she carries herself. She can put on a pair of Converse and be like, yes, honey, like, this is it. I'm cute. You don't have to tell me, So I really like that about her.
Yes, that's good.
You don't have to tell her, because she know. Be true to you no matter what, regarding anything. Just be true to yourself. Pray and seek God through everything. That's probably been one of the biggest lessons I've learned from her. Happy Mother's Day to every mother watching this video, and happy Mother's Day to my mother.
Thank you.
Very thankful that I have you as a mother. Like I said, I know she probably gets tired of me calling her or texting her or just coming in her room like, hey, I need to talk to you. But I do really appreciate it, because it's very warming to have a mother that you can talk to about things to help you get through tough times in life. So I'm very appreciative of that, and I hope your Mother's Day is one.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen.
A mother is somebody who loves you unconditionally, who cares and nurtures for you from the time you're a baby or whenever they come into your child comes into their life, and somebody that accepts you just exactly how you are, no matter what, with all your flaws. We all have flaws and we all make mistakes, but somebody who loves you unconditionally no matter what and is there for you no matter what throughout your whole life. To me, motherhood is the ultimate sacrifice, because it's putting other people before yourself at all times. And it's doing it while you're being joyful about it. And it's hard, and there are some times that are not joyful, and there are some times that you don't want to do that, but motherhood is putting people above yourself and making priorities that are things that you consider. You're always considering others within those priorities and making decisions that are going to be positive for them and have positive outcomes for your children. So there may be things that you want to do or things you think that are great ideas, but you've always got to consider that you have other responsibilities and other things that you need to take into consideration first. So motherhood to me is really just the joy and blessing of having other people that you need to put first in your life. As everyone knows, when you become a mother, there's no instructions or no handbook, so you're just kind of going along trying to make the best decisions that you can. And moms are human just like everybody else, and we make mistakes. And even when we grow up and are adults, we still make mistakes. God tells us that we all sin and we all do things wrong and things that we have to ask Him for forgiveness for, and just make decisions, even just simple decisions sometimes that sometimes we pick the wrong thing. So some of the difficulties that I've faced in motherhood have been going through a divorce with 2 young kids and trying to navigate that situation with them and trying to be there and remain a stable parent when the household has gone from 2 to 1, and to be able to navigate through some of that hurt and anger and take care of them as well as having to take care of myself. But again, like I said before, trying to make sure that I put them first. And I just always, no matter what decisions I've made, I've always tried to make that a priority first and foremost, that whatever decisions I did make or whatever difficulties I faced, I always try to put my children first and make decisions based on those types of things.
Selfless and unconditionally loving. I think it's someone that, just cares for you unconditionally and loves you. But our situation, I've kind of seen that unfold a little differently because she's been my mom since I was born. But my stepsister Aniston, she came into our lives when she was 5, and I've just really seen my mom just like accept her wholeheartedly and love her like her own, and I just think that's so special. And I think that really shows what motherhood is it doesn't necessarily have to be your biological child for you to love them like they are your biological child. My mom's taught me how to go into a situation and just know that I might not agree with everyone, but I can love everyone the way that God has loved us. And that is probably the most important thing my mom has ever taught me, that it doesn't matter the color of their skin, it doesn't matter their political beliefs, none of that matters. What matters is that they're a child of God and they should be loved like that. And so that is one of the biggest things she's taught me as far as like the world goes. But as far as when I'm a mother goes, she has just always, anytime anything has been wrong, she's been my person to call, my rock, just the person that's always lifting me up, encouraging me, telling me it's going to be okay. But at the same time, she'll also kind of put me in place, like, I don't agree with that. You shouldn't have done that. You need to apologize. And I think that is so important, because when you're going through life, you don't know what you're doing. Like she said, there's no handbook, and you can make a split of the moment decision. And I think it's important to have that mother figure, even if it's not your biological mom like mine, that you can go to knowing that no matter what you tell them, hey mom, I messed up, they're going to be like, well, I know it's not okay that you messed up, but I still love you, and this is what I think you should do about it.
Wow.
Even though you really get on my nerves sometimes, I'm just kidding. Well, my parents, they got divorced when I was 12, and it rocks my world, and it was really, really hard on me. But I never wanted my mom to get married again. I wanted her to just focus on me and my brother, and that was just really traumatic for me. But whenever you brought Faye into my life, it just completely changed everything. And I'm so thankful that you found someone that can be a godly example to me of what a man should look like for a woman and how marriage should be. So just thank you for that.
Wow, that was awesome.
But a mother is a person who has a child. Motherhood is stepping into that motherly role. When you're a mother doing the work, you're stepping into motherhood. Motherhood is training your child. The Proverbs book of the Bible says to train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he would not depart from it. You as a mother, I am a mother. We are supposed to train our children, and no matter what they go through, no matter what we go through, no matter how hard it is, we are to train our children. And that is when you're stepping into motherhood. And for me, a lot of it is when you have to juggle a lot of the roles that you have as a woman. You can be a worker outside the home, a wife, someone who's training other people in different positions. As a mother, the challenges that we have is just to be a mother. We want to be able to sit there with our children when they need us. Sometimes we don't want to listen. They go on and on and on about stories after stories, and she laughing, but she don't. But as a mother, sometimes you have to do those things, even when you don't want to. Those are the challenges that I have, and when I do sit down and listen, when I do train them how to clean and cook, that's benefiting me, because it lets me know that if something happens, they're going to be prosperous. And if something happens to them, they can come to me as a mother and not a friend and tell me what's going on as a confidant. And I appreciate that. And that can be challenging as a mother, to hear your children say that you are doing a good job as a mother. The Bible talks about the Proverbs 31 woman, when the children will look up and call her blessed. I look forward to hearing things like that, because it lets me know that I'm doing a good job, even through my struggles, even through all the challenges of being a mother. Sometimes we feel like we're not doing a good job. Sometimes we feel like we want to do more, but we can't. But it's good to know that the little things that we do, they really do count, and they really do build up. And hearing my child talk about God and being a God-fearing child and loving to see that in her mother, because sometimes that's the only book of the Bible that they see, what they see in you as a mother. And I'm so gratified to hear that my child sees that in me. So be that role model for your child. Honor God and watch them honor God as well.
My mother is loving, she is caring, she's understanding, she's beautiful, and she's very dedicated to anything that she does. If she starts something, you best believe she gonna finish it. But the most important thing I would say is that she is God-fearing. I feel that it's very important for every kid to have a mother who knows how to pray. When I am sick, she's praying for me. When I am hurt or when I am in trouble, she's praying for me. When I'm not praying for myself, she's praying for me. So yeah. So what I appreciate about my mom the most is how much she taught me. She taught me a lot. She taught me how to take care of myself, how to take care of my brother, how to cook, how to clean. God forbid, if she were to die today or die tomorrow, I won't be able to take care of myself, and I'm 15 years old. Like, she does a lot to make sure that me and my brother know how to take care of ourselves and go out. I mean, not go out, not yet, but when we do go out, to be able to live on our own. My mom is very understanding, so I can really just talk to her whenever I need to. So there's nothing that I've always wanted to tell her that I never have, but there is something that I feel like I don't say enough, and that is thank you. Thank you for caring about us, for taking care of us, for just being there for us and providing for us, because not every child has a mother, but I was lucky enough and blessed enough to have a mother like her. And so, yeah.
I appreciate that. And for all of the mothers out there, single mothers, those who are married, stay in the fight. It is something that you will be rewarded with in the end. We want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. God bless you, and we love you. Bye.
Well, I believe a mother is so much, but I think ultimately a mother is love. A mother is a supporter. A mother is an educator, a disciplinarian, and even a friend. I guess to sum it all up, I think a mother becomes whatever she needs to be to meet the needs of her child. Because I think that the primary goal of any mother is to bring hope in the life of their child. I think motherhood and being a mother go together, but I think motherhood it's unconditional love. Motherhood is a love that is really hard to explain because it's nothing. Your child can't do anything to make you not love them. No matter how many mistakes they make, no matter what they do that may not be satisfactory. There's not anything that they can do to make you lose the love you have for them. So I think motherhood is unconditional love. I think motherhood is also responsibility, because no matter the age you become a mother, motherhood has a way of growing you up. You grow up real fast when you step into motherhood. Motherhood is selfless, because you find yourself real quick stepping behind the scenes to make sure that the needs of your child are always met. So I think motherhood is one of those things that warrants a good deal of respect as well, because motherhood develops a level of support, a level of patience, forgiveness, long-suffering that is indescribable. So I think motherhood is a gift. I think it's a gift that God gives us, and aside from life itself, motherhood is one of the greatest gifts that God has ever given me, and I thank Him every day for that opportunity. I am blessed to still have my mom. She's 91 years old, and I think that my mom is the reason that I am who I am today, and I'm forever grateful for that. So
when I think of the word mother, when I hear the word mother, I say unconditional love. A woman that has unconditional love for her child, she will go do anything that means necessary to care for her child. Motherhood, I would say it's a lot, and it takes a strong woman, and she has to have a great support system, because when you're doing it on your own, it can have a toll on you. But along with the great support system, my mom is my role model. When I get older, I would love to be like her, because she's amazing. She's what I want to be, because I am known to be the quiet one, and she's very outspoken, and she's going to say what she needs to say. Mom, since I've had Jaden, I have to say that a lot for me, and I'm so grateful, because I don't know what I would do. I couldn't do it by myself, and thank you so much, because doing it on my own, I could not, and I'm just so grateful to have you.
My mom would be at all my sporting events. Let's say I was playing football, okay? My mother would be on the sidelines, and if the play on the field started going one way, my mother would run along like, Mike, get him, get him! I'd be like, oh my gosh. I'd get in the huddle with the other guys, they go, Mark, is that your mother? I go, no, I never saw her before in my life. See, the greatest gift my mother ever gave me, she believed in me. I have overdosed on drugs on 3 occasions where I should have been dead. But I believe I was kept here for a reason. You show me your friends, I will show you your future. How do I know this? I hung out with losers, and I became the biggest loser of them all because I gave up everything I dreamt about as a little boy because of who I chose to surround myself with. My friends would drive me home at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. We'd be drunk and high, laughing in the car. We'd pull up in front of my house in New York. They go, Mark, the light's on. I go, oh man, my mother's up. See, my mom wouldn't go to bed until she knew her son was still alive. I'd walk in, she'd say, hi Mark, how was your night? I go, it was good, Mom, I'm just gonna go to bed. She goes, can I talk to you for a minute? I go, Mom, I'm tired, I'm just gonna go to bed. She goes, Mark, I haven't seen you all day and all night. Can I please talk to you? I said, man, just leave me alone. You bug me. I'd slam my bedroom door on the one person who believed in me. I was on a worldwide tour and we were wrestling overseas in Japan. After my wrestling match, I went upstairs in my hotel room and I fell asleep. There was a knock at my door at 3 o'clock in the morning. I got out of bed and I looked through the safety window and I could see it was a Japanese promoter. So I opened the door and he said, Mark, you need to call home. There's been an emergency. I went and got on the hotel room phone. I called back to the United States and said, hey, what's going on? They said, Mark, I don't know how to tell you this. I said, just tell me what happened. All of a sudden they started crying. They go, Mark, I can't tell you. I said, just say it. They said, Mark, your mother died. I just threw the phone down. I ran out of my hotel room. I took the elevator to the lobby, and when the doors opened up, I just ran out into the street. I mean, there was no cars, there was no people. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I walked down the middle of a street in Hiroshima, Japan, and I remember looking up and just saying, Mom, I am so sorry. I flew home for her funeral, and I was so nervous to walk up to her casket, so I just stood way in the back. And I kept looking from a distance. I kept thinking to myself, Mom, please wake up. Please get up. And then I finally got the nerve to walk up to her. And as I got closer, I could see my mom for the first time. I mean, she was so beautiful. She was dressed in white. I mean, she looked like an angel. And I just stood over and I said, Mom, you are my hero. Everything I am, everything I hope to be was because of you. You loved me so much. You gave me a life. You're the only one that ever believed in me. How did I repay her? By getting drunk, by getting high, by getting stupid, by hanging out with losers? For what? All she ever wanted to do was talk to me. I wish I could talk to you now, Mom. I wish you could see what I'm doing. Why couldn't I have been a better son? We are defined by our choices. But if you surround yourself with people involved in drugs and alcohol and pills, it's a dead end. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm here to tell you I lived that life. It leads to broken hearts, broken relationships, broken dreams, and death. For what? To get high? If you have a mother or a father, when you go home, tell them how much you love them. See, my whole life was about being rich and famous. I had to be a millionaire. I had to win the race. I had to win the race at the expense of my marriage, my family, my friends. For what? To be all alone in the world? I learned what is truly important, and that is how precious this gift of life is, and our families, and how quickly it can be taken away. See, I no longer live in time. I live in moments. See, it's not what's in your pocket that matters. It's what's in your heart that truly matters. Love is just a word until somebody comes along and gives it meaning. You're the meaning.
Yes. Oh boy, I don't know about you all, but there were some tears flowing There were some tears flowing as I listened to the explanation of what a mother is coming from a mother. What motherhood is coming from a mother. And then we got an opportunity to listen to the daughters speak life into their mothers. What a wonderful thing when your children get sick. I think I'll say that again this morning. What a wonderful thing when your children get sick. I believe we've realized this morning that a mother, I think I'll say it like this, a mother is selfless. A mother is unconditional. A mother is protection. Y'all stay with me now. A mother, in other words, is a womb. All right? Are y'all with me this morning? A mother is a womb. Whenever a baby is conceived, the baby is placed in the womb. This womb does several different things. This womb protects the baby. This womb nurtures the baby. And that's no different from what a mother is. As long as you have a mother, she will protect you. She will nurture you. I love the explanation that the daughters give to their mothers. I love the expression that the daughters gave to their mothers. Lord have mercy. What is a mother? What is a mother? And what is motherhood? I tell you this morning, I don't think I have to do any more preaching. I believe the mothers and the daughters nailed it. I believe they got it right this morning. What is a mother? I hope you have a blessed Mother's Day. I hope that God continue to bless you. I'm Minister Archie Bennett, and I hope that I have said something to bless your life this morning. Be blessed.